Most relationships don't end with a fight. They end quietly, weeks or months before anyone says a word. By the time someone says, "I want to break up," the emotional decision was usually already made a long time ago. Here are 5 signs that shift has already happened. 1. The arguments stop. Not because things got better, because she stopped believing the argument would change anything. Early in a relationship, conflict usually means someone still cares enough to fight for it. When someone emotionally checks out, they trade conflict for silence, not peace, just distance. If arguments used to happen and now everything feels suspiciously calm, that's often not resolution. That's resignation. 2. She stops sharing the small stuff, not the big news. The small stuff. The weird thing that happened at work. The random thought at 11 p.m. The little updates that used to come without being asked. Emotional closeness lives in small details, not big conversations. When someone pulls back emotionally, the small details are usually the first thing to disappear, long before anything obvious changes. 3. Physical affection becomes functional instead of intentional. A hug that used to last a few extra seconds now lasts exactly as long as it needs to. Relationship researchers often point to physical affection as a real-time indicator of emotional connection. When affection becomes automatic or brief, it's usually reflecting something happening internally first. The body often reacts to distance before words do. 4. She starts building a life that doesn't include you in the plans, not out of spite, out of self-protection. When someone stops expecting a relationship to last, they subconsciously start preparing for a future without it. Weekend plans without you. Decisions made solo that used to be discussed together. It's not always intentional. It's often just the mind quietly preparing for an ending it hasn't said out loud yet. 5. Your mistakes stop getting a reaction. Early on, mistakes get frustration, disappointment, sometimes tears. That reaction is actually a sign of investment. When someone checks out emotionally, mistakes just get met with a flat, "It's fine." Not because it's actually fine, because reacting would mean still being invested enough for it to hurt. Indifference is usually a bigger warning sign than anger. Final conclusion. None of these signs alone mean a relationship is over, but together they usually point to the same thing: someone who stopped expecting things to get better and started protecting themselves instead. The scary part isn't the silence, it's how normal the silence starts to feel.